Do it.
Welcome everyone to our virtual benefit event. Hard to believe that here we are virtually again, but that's life. For those of you who don't know me, I am Marty Martin, the president of Spokane Area Jewish Family Service. And I am so excited that we are gathering, even if it is by Zoom, and that all of you are supporting our organization. It's an incredibly important part of our community, and it wouldn't happen without all of you. So thank you for your support and thank you for being here. I'd like to introduce Dr. Marian Berkman, who is going to introduce our first service award.
Thank you, Marty. And I see that Jeff Nichols has joined us, not by video yet, but I hope we'll see him soon. So this year, Spokane Area Jewish Family Services has chosen Jeff Nichols as an honoree for our Outstanding Service Award. This well-deserved award goes to someone who serves our community, often under the radar. Despite Jeff's unassuming, gentle manner, in his presence, his love for Judaism and our community is palatable. I first met Jeff following the creation of Congregation Emmanuel some 12 years ago. At that time, Emmanuel rented from the Unitarian Universalist Church. We did not have a dedicated space and had to set up and break down for all of our events. Recognizing our need for sacred space, Jeff was there to help and eventually assumed responsibility. Once Emmanuel had dedicated space inside of Temple Beth Shalom, Jeff continued in this role. Anyone who has attended Emmanuel services, B'nai mitzvahs, weddings, seders, educational classes, Hanukkah or Purim parties has benefited from Jeff's commitment to creating a sacred space to meet, learn, celebrate, mourn, and pray. Jeff's commitment to our Jewish community is further demonstrated by his service on the Emmanuel Board, Hesed Committee, Religious Practice Committee, and the Mutual Review Committee, which evaluates the sacred relationship between the rabbi and lay leaders. Jeff is also the Emmanuel representative to the Spokane Jewish Community Burial Fund. Jeff's service to the Jewish community extends beyond Emmanuel, where he is a volunteer to the Spokane Area Jewish Family Services and the Mitzvah Corps. In those roles, Jeff has engaged in calls and visits to Spokane seniors and holiday packet deliveries for the last 6 years. Being in Jeff's presence is to understand the true meaning of humility and service. When thanked for his service, Jeff will quietly respond, "It is an honor." It is now an honor to introduce Jeff as a recipient of the Spokane Area Jewish Family Services Outstanding Services Award.
Oh, thank you very much. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Thank you so much, Miriam. It's I don't know what to say. I'm speechless, but I just want to say that I'm the one who's been truly blessed by all of you. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being such a wonderful organization and wonderful people. It's been such a pleasure and a blessing to be around such wonderful people. Yeah. And there's, in the Jewish Family Services is, you know, a wonderful organization with so many people who are shining stars that donate their time, and it's headed by an amazing director, Mr. Neil Schindler, and there's just so many wonderful people, and I don't think I could say anything more. I'm just I'm very honored. So thank you all so very much. And thank you, Marian, for everything.
Thank you, Jeff. I hope I get to meet you in person one day. So far, we only have a Zoom relationship. So thanks again for all that you do for us. I failed to mention that Miriam is one of our very valuable board members, and we appreciate her service to the community too. I'd now like to introduce Berdine Bender, who will introduce our next service award.
Thank you, Marty. It is truly my distinct pleasure to introduce Dr. Mary Noble, who is also an honoree for this year's JFS Outstanding Service Award. Mary's contributions to our Jewish community at Temple Beth Shalom, JFS, and the Spokane area at large are just too extensive to really enumerate. So I thought I'd give you a synopsis of her many efforts toward the betterment of our whole region. Mary, along with her husband, Herschel Zellman, moved from Toronto, Canada, to Spokane in 1978. They, and subsequently their 3 sons, have been active with Temple Beth Shalom since that time. Over her professional life, Mary has been a well-respected internal medicine physician in Spokane. She has won many service awards for her contributions to medical education, chairing and contributing to innumerable hospital and organizational committees. Since 2009, she has been a clinical associate professor of medicine for the University of Washington, and most recently served as the director of ambulatory care for the internal medicine residency program at our Spokane Teaching Health Clinic. Upon her retirement in 2018, she has continued as supplemental faculty for this clinic, helping precept residents and medical students as needed. Aside from her impeccable clinical care, Mary has always contributed to the betterment of our Spokane community. To highlight just a few of her past awards, in 1988, she received the YWCA Outstanding Achievement Award for the Professions. In 2006, the Hadassah National Leadership Award, and in 2013, the Spokane County Medical Society Physician Citizen of the Year Award. Her efforts at Tikkun Olam have spread to board membership of Spokane Hadassah, Temple Beth Shalom, Jewish Family Services, Refugee Connections of Spokane, and as advisory board member for Gonzaga Institute of Hate Studies. In 1995, Mary, along with her husband Herschel, was the initial inspiration for our Spokane Community Observance of the Holocaust Planning Committee. As most of you know, this committee has helped to both remember the devastation of the Holocaust, as well as attempt to reduce hate locally and regionally. Since 2019, Mary has co-chaired the Mitzvah Corps. She is the person who knows seemingly everything about everyone. If you or a family member is ill or have experienced a personal loss, you are sure to be called and helped by Mary and or her committee members. Undoubtedly, she will be there with a warm meal, multiple phone calls, personal visits, transportation to doctor's appointments, to JFS or temple events, or whatever is needed. And I'm paraphrasing you, Mary, sorry. Just want to help a little, do what I can do. Hopefully I've given you a taste of the many accomplishments of this really incredible woman. But What lists and CVs don't tell you is what is most important about this person that we're awarding today. Mary is so much more than all of these accomplishments. She is a creative, warm, caring, and enduring friend to so many. She is a great woman of fortitude, conviction, and optimism, who helps all those she touches to celebrate and better experience our travels through family, love, and life. Our world would not be the same without her ever engaging presence. And with that, and I'm sorry, Mary, I'm going to start crying, I present to you my dear friend, Mary Noble.
And after all that, I don't think I can I can read what I prepared to try and stay. Anyways, I really am so honored. And Berdine, thank you for those incredible words. Honored and humbled to be named for this award. I really feel like I'm in such great company. I'm so glad to share this honor with Jeff Nichols, who's such a kind, thoughtful, and caring man. He's someone I may not have been able to get to know without volunteering with JFS and Mitzvah Corps. So I congratulate you, Jeff, because I think you're a pretty incredible person. I'm inspired by many of those who've received this award in the past. Shirley Grossman, the master of all things mitzvah related, my friends, the Benders, who were honored last year, and of course, my husband, Herschel, who started as an active JFS volunteer the minute he retired from his medical practice. I'm continually awed by the many people in our Jewish community who participate in so many ways to help out as JFS volunteers and as members of Mitzvah Corps, making phone calls, sending cards, preparing meals. Sue, Judy, Karen, Jane, Suzanne, Doris, Lenya, and so many others help make this the supportive community that it is. When you keep company with people like this, it's powerful fuel to continue doing anything you can. Pirkei Avot notes that the world rests upon three pillars: Torah, Avodah, and Gemilut Chasadim, which is acts of loving kindness. From the third pillar, we understand that part of being Jewish is the obligation to care for others. We aren't alone, we're part of community. One of the best parts of being a physician for over 40 years was the privilege of sharing in the lives of people I met and got to know. A similar sense of connection occurs when volunteering with JFS and connecting with people in our Spokane Jewish community. That's been particularly true during the pandemic, when all of us have felt a bit disconnected and isolated. When it was easier to do in-person visits, I found it so meaningful to get to know people who might have been new to our community and to have deeper conversations with some people I'd known for many years. With the COVID lockdown, I took a lot of long walks and discovered that it cheered me up while walking to make calls and reach out. So I don't know who benefited more. I have to admit that for someone who's basically shy, having the responsibility to reach out and help others makes it easier to overcome any hesitation to go outside one's comfort zone. I was on the board of JFS for a decade until 2013, so I had a pretty good idea about the great work that JFS does in our community. When I retired from full-time medical practice, I knew that I wanted to have direct contact with people who use the services of this great organization. I understand to some extent the time and work that goes into planning and coordinating all the services that JFS provides. Great appreciation to Marty Martin and the entire JFS board for everything you do. I have pretty regular contact with Neil Schindler, but I'm certain I could never totally grasp the many, many ways he serves our community. Between the JFS Food Bank, the PJ Library activities for the youngest generation, program planning, the Jewish Film Festival, direct support to those who need practical help, in-person visits, transportation, connection for people who are new to the community, and so much more, Neil is the go-to guy. Thank you, Neil, for everything you do. And thank you for the lovely gift basket that Lenya delivered earlier today. Thank you again for this great honor, and Yasher Koach to JFS. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and let us strengthen each other.
Thanks very much, Mary. And we are really blessed to have you as part of our community and certainly as part of our volunteer crew. We couldn't be the organization we are without our volunteers. All right, I'll hand it over to Neil.
Very good. Thank you, Marty. So thank you all for attending tonight. I'm very excited that for the first time at a JFS benefit, we have special musical guests, and I'm equally excited to introduce them now. So Morgan Nilsson is an international touring artist and clarinet teacher located in San Francisco. She's a 2006 graduate from the Eastman School of Music, which you may have heard of, for classical clarinet performance, and holds a diploma in ethnomusicology and world music. Nilsson has performed in 49 states and plays wireless clarinet at festivals across the nation. She plays music in ensembles of klezmer, Balkan, Turkish, Colombian cumbia, and Iranian classical music, so quite a variety. And she'll be joined tonight in her performance by Joey Friedman, who has performed music his whole life, nurturing his passion for folk music from klezmer to the Balkans, Turkey, the Arabic Peninsula, and North Africa. So you can see why they work so well together. He has accompanied Morgan in several Bay Area ensembles, including MWE, Istanbul Connection, and Inspector Gage, which hopefully I pronounced correctly. So without further ado, I give you Morgan Nilsson and Joey Friedman.
Thanks, Neil. Hi, my name is Maven, that's what I go by, and this is Joey, and we're really happy to be here. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. We've got our eye on the chat, so if anything, I know Larry's an amazing clarinet player, so anything's out of whack, please just type in the chat. We'll be wanting to get it sounding as good as we can for you. And yeah, thanks. It's really great to hear about the Jewish Family Services and all the stuff you're doing for your community. I'm really grateful to be here and celebrate Mary and Jeff and all the work you all have been doing. And it's the second night of Hanukkah, right? We're still getting our menorah together. But so yeah, we're gonna start off with some traditional music, a traditional Hanukkah blessing, and then we're gonna end up slightly more modern. So I hope you're ready to dance in your chairs in your living rooms. I hope that you enjoy what we've been working hard to put together for you. Thanks. Thank you so much. Next, we're gonna play a song that the Klezmatics did with, who's the singer? Woody Guthrie. Right? So I don't know if anyone knows this song, but we're just gonna roll through, and it's gonna be a lot of eclectic music. So if you don't like something, hopefully in a minute or two, it'll be something totally different. Thank you. Enjoy.
Well, I'm gonna get through this world the best I can if I can. And I'm gonna get through this world, and I think I can.
Joni's schöne Wort, Freitag du Kinder du machst. Joni's schöne, oh Mama's schöne
hear you all singing along.
Bravo. That was wonderful.
Thank you for having us. Congrats to all the winners tonight.
Thank you so much. What an amazing set.
Thank you.
It's always nice to hear familiar songs done in a way that is different and new, and I appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Maven and Joey. All right, my gosh. Yes, indeed. I saw a good bit of chair dancing, so you've hit your mark there. I'm now excited to continue our Chanukah theme by introducing a member of our own community. Naama Krauz is a Navy spouse, author, mom of 3, ESL instructor, and Sunday school teacher. She was born in Israel, grew up in the United States, and has been stationed all over the world. And that is one reason we are inviting her to talk a little bit tonight about her family's experiences celebrating Chanukah all over the world. She has written about military family life and has been published by Kveller, militaryspouse.com, medium.com, among other outlets. She enjoys sharing adventures with her family, reading, baking, and social media scrolling. So without further ado, I give you Naama Krauz.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. I don't know how I followed that amazing performance. That was incredible. I certainly got my little chair workout over here. Thank you for that beautiful music. I'm so happy to be here with you. We have been in the Spokane community for just over a year now. And I must say, despite COVID and despite this virtual world of ours into which we have been thrust moving here, we have been so warmly welcomed by the Spokane Jewish community. And it is such a pleasure to be such an integral part of the synagogue and to see so many smiling faces on our computer screens. And now as we start to do some more things in person, seeing them at the synagogue as well. And it has been such a remarkable treat for our family because, as Neil mentioned, we are an active duty Navy family and we have been stationed all over the world, but with that usually comes not a very large Jewish community at all. So, although we got married in Annapolis, where there is a thriving Jewish community, we quickly found ourselves in Hawaii. A beautiful place to be, not many Jews, but we had the honor of lighting a menorah in our bathing suits and then heading to the beach if we wanted to, though I can't actually recommend fire and bathing suits together, but that's beside the point. After Hawaii, we found ourselves in Norfolk, Virginia, with a ginormous Jewish community that was absolutely fantastic. But the Navy laughed and sent us right back to Hawaii after 11 months stateside, where we continued to not only light the menorah in our bathing suits, but we added a whole bunch of children to that mix. So we have 3 daughters. Yael is 10, Dahlia is 8, and Eliana will be 7 tomorrow, and will tell anyone who will listen that tomorrow is her birthday. So she's very excited about that. The 3 of them grew up lighting menorahs with warm beach breezes, trying to blow out our candles. And then we moved to Japan, which an amazing place to live, but trust me when I say, not a very large Jewish community of which to speak. And following Japan, we then found ourselves in Germany, in a place with incredible history, but sadly not a large Jewish community there either, on base or off. So how did I teach my children to enjoy their Judaism, and specifically Hanukkah, while we were stationed in all these places where more often than not we were celebrating alone? We looked to our local cultures to see how we could incorporate those into our Hanukkah celebrations. One of our favorite things to make during Hanukkah is something called okonomiyaki latkes. Okonomiyaki is a Japanese savory pancake. And with some little twists, I found an amazing recipe online that somebody thought of this before and it created this Japanese savory latke that we have every year that is so amazing. And it brings back the memories of when we used to invite all of our neighbors over in Japan to celebrate with us. As we lit the candles. One year we did one large gathering. The next year we did 2 or 3 families joining us every night for Chanukah. And it was such a beautiful way for our base family to support us despite them not being Jewish at all. In Germany, we took advantage of traveling. And one of our favorite memories was being in Rome for Chanukah and joining the Jewish community in the Roman Jewish ghetto to light their very large Chanukah for the first night of Hanukkah. And it was so incredible for us all to sing the prayers in Hebrew and light the candles, despite not having the shared English language that is obviously native for my family. It was such an incredible experience. Something else we got to do, and which I'm going to teach you now, is incorporate the Japanese art of origami into our Hanukkah celebrations. And something, again, another genius person who put online, figured out how to make origami dreidels, which are very fun. Origami is obviously a Japanese art form, and it is an exact science. I can tell you, after spending an entire 4-hour bullet train ride from Tokyo to Kyoto, trying to learn how to make a paper crane, it's not so easy. But the dreidel lends nicely to children's hands and adult hands alike. So hopefully you have access to some paper. I'm seeing some origami paper pop up. If you don't have origami paper, that's okay. You just need a square piece of paper. So you can cut down a regular piece of paper into a square, and then it will work. The beautiful thing about origami paper is that it comes in so many beautiful shades and designs. So I have chosen a piece that has 2 very different contrasting sides to make it easier for you to see the folds that I am making. There are official names for these folds, but I do not know them. So the first thing you are going to do is take your paper and fold it in half. And you want to make sure that you have that crease. And please don't think I am an origami expert. I am not. I can strictly make dreidels. All right, once you have done that, you will open it back up. Next, you will take this bottom corner and fold it to the center fold, which is hard to do backwards. Like so. And you can probably guess we are making the tip of our dreidel. So we will do the same with the other side. And it should look like this. Let's see, everyone looks like they're, wow, fantastic. Amazing. Okay, next you are going to take your edges and fold them into your center fold, like so. Fold it into the center, and it will look like a rectangle with a triangle at the bottom. I am just now realizing maybe we should do this for Sunday school on Sunday. Let's see, how's everyone doing? Looks good. Oh, you guys are very talented origami artists. Well done. Okay, next you are going to fold your paper down in half so that the top meets the bottom, and crease it.
What does the
And
other side look like?
The other side is just the
Very good.
triangle. Yes, well done. And then I'm gonna hold it kind of to the side. We're gonna fold this back up, but leave a little, use your finger as a placeholder. So you can see I had it down and I folded it just a little. I made sure to leave a lip. Let me see if it might be, yeah. So that it's kind of like an accordion fold. Yes, wow, you guys are so good at this. Okay, this next one is the trickiest fold, but you are going to take your top and you're going to fold it in, but as you, let me show you on one that is already finished. As you fold it, you're going to make a triangle here. So it starts off like that. You're folding it in and it forces a tiny triangle. You might want to use a finger to kind of pinky finger, or even a pencil eraser to force that little triangle pocket. You're going to do that on both sides. And when you look at the front, you have your dreidel. It's the trickiest part. I'll show you again. From the back, you can see the folds. You are going to take your top and fold it to the center, and it forces this little triangle right here that you will then guide with your finger and smush. And the same on the other side, fold to the center. Oh, Neil did it. Oh, and I see the nobles got it. And my kids, I can tell you, I taught this to my kids and they are all over the house. Hopefully you were successful. If not, that's okay. I can send Neil the link with directions that might be easier to see. If you have, oh, Diana, excellent. Naomi, how's yours? If you have littles in your life, this is a great way to teach them patience and following directions. And it's also really great for those fine motor skills when we're talking about folding papers. Look at those dreidels, they look fantastic. And a way that you can escalate this, especially with plain colored origami paper, where is it? You can have your children write the letters that they find on the dreidel on your origami dreidels and put those around your house too. So that's just one way that our family incorporated the many different places we've lived into our Jewish celebrations. I've yet to make the okonomiyaki latkes this year, but hopefully we have 6 more nights. So.
It's true. And as I said in the chat, Naama, I think some of us at least would probably like the recipe. So
I will have to look for that for you. Can I email that to you to send out to the group? Does that work? Okay.
That would be great. Well, thank you very much for the origami dreidel demonstration. I have to say, as someone who did origami as a child and was in fact part of an origami club, I feel like the muscle memory is still there somehow. It comes back.
You know, my kids, when they were in school, they had host nation classes and they were learning how to do origami in school, and the teacher would say, do a house fold, do a, you know, she had names for the folds. And I remember watching these first graders just, oh, okay. And they just did it. It was amazing.
It is. Well, thank you so much for sharing both your memories and the dreidel demonstration. Much appreciated.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, and happy Chanukah to you and your family.
Happy Hanukkah to all of you.
So as everyone might be aware, we're coming close to the end of our event tonight. I just want to turn things over briefly to our board member, Larry Weiser, who will say a few words before we conclude.
Well, this has been a great program. I love the music, and Morgan and Joey are great. And yeah, we're going to need the designs from Naama. And so thank you very, very much. And I asked Morgan to do Ocho Kandalikas. You know, it's a great jam song. If you had 15 minutes to play it, you can jam it out with Latin rhythm and all that stuff. And it's great. You guys, you rock it out, and hopefully everyone can follow them as well. But at any rate, you know, as a lot of you know, I taught at Gonzaga Law School, and I was director of the clinical law program. And I also did the elder law clinic, which we provided legal services to low-income elderly. And the wonderful part of working with students on cases with the elderly is that they had to realize as lawyers that an elder's legal problem sometimes is secondary to social services and the support they need. So for example, there's an elderly man living alone, and he's getting sued by a collection agency. But the problem is not the legal collection agency, it's the social issue that the man either had some disabilities or dementia, and he wasn't paying his bills, and he would need some help in the community. And this, and in Spokane, we have a great elderly social services network. And I am proud to say that Spokane Area Jewish Family Services is now a standard resource for the the elder social services community. And you know, and Spokane Area Jewish Family Services is small compared to the ones in Portland and Seattle, but we are effective, and we really do a lot for our community. And in addition to providing services to the elderly and families and individuals in need, we provide cultural exposure for the with the film festival and the PJ Library. And this summer we had a picnic, and that was so much fun. And I saw so many young couples there having so much fun with their children. So at this point, I want to provide a heartfelt thanks to those who have donated to this event. We can't do this. We can't be an organization without you. But I ask everybody here for your continuing support so we can continue our amazing work and success and with our community. So at the end of the year, in terms of donations, consider that we do have a gem of an organization that assists our people. And so on behalf of Spokane Area Jewish Family Services, happy Hanukkah. And may each night of Hanukkah bring you a bright moment. And thanks for bringing bright moments to those in our community who need us. Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you so much, Larry. And now I'll leave it with Marty for a final word.
Did I unmute myself? I did. Well, this was very, very enjoyable. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful music. Naama, that was very fun, and it was fascinating to listening to your journey that brought you here. And we're lucky to have you in the community, and I hope to meet you in person as well. It seems like there's a whole lot of people now in the community that I have not met in person yet. I want to thank you, as Larry did, for your continued support. We couldn't be what we are without you, so thank you very much. I want to thank Neil for his incredible work, and also pulling this together again under rather difficult circumstances. So thanks very much, Neil. And then thank you to Jeff and Mary for your continued support and service to this community. Hope you enjoyed the program. Happy Hanukkah, and take care and be well and stay safe.